your mind, for the mental stack.
Exactly. And sometimes just the threat of an option being used is more powerful than the option itself. And like you said, it adds to your mental stack. That's going to make you scared to do certain options. And we've seen Hurt has just phenomenal option select in those situations when he has that advantage state. You were even seeing that in his set against Keevan. Even though he did lose the set, he was still taking games because of this very concept.
Yeah, absolutely. And a part of that the reason I brought up stages that I'm curious to see is what stages he opts to go to in the matchup up against a Mario, because typically, because of the way he plays, he likes those smaller stages, which is a little bit antithetical to what you see from a lot of Snakes. But he's not afraid to go to the big ones when he needs to. In this case, we've got small battlefield. Looks like we're got a little button check going on. My man figuring out the audio or something. But small battlefield looks like it's going to be the pick. Oh, I see. He's got a little controller malfunction. He's going to use his own plug-in. That's what's going on. Okay.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's good that he noticed that right away. Immediately, it felt wrong, getting a little bit of interference or something going on there. Oh, that's clever. Oh, okay. He's got a splitter for
USBs.
the USBs, and it has the GameCube connector on it. I like that. A man of the people.
I should start doing that, like just bringing my own USB hub. Like I need to get one because I have to use Pro GCC, so
right.
It's tough because people use GameCube and whatnot. Also, either that, or I should get myself a GameCube adapter plus a paracord USB-C to GameCube. That is a thing, by the way.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I guess in theory, I mean the GameCube adapter, it's just a straight data in, data out cord. So as long as you can figure out how to transfer things, why not?
Yeah. Either way, technical difficulties aside, and now the real game has begun here in top 32 loser side. I don't think this is a particularly great matchup for Mario, in all honesty, just because Snake is pretty heavy, but also as we're seeing right now, just the grenades going around left and right.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be a little bit tricky. We are also already seeing the setting up of the shop by Hurt. He's got his little house of horrors going on in the corner here, except instead of plants that'll eat you, it's just explosives.
Something I noticed, actually.
Resets?
There's where that's going to be annoying. Snake's weight. On other characters, that would have absolutely killed. I've seen it kill down in South Florida, but on Snake, yeah, it's going to be a while. Also, something I noticed, the hydrant, or not the hydrant, the flood on Mario actually pushes the grenades back. That
yes,
might be
it does.
huge.
That is going to help him a lot, but he generally is going to need to have that flood charged if he wants to do much with it, if he wants to make it a threat. Otherwise, Hurt will be like, all right, that grenade didn't hit you. Now you're in then lag. Here's another grenade. And once again, setting up shop. This time, Hurt has managed to walk it forward. He's not in the corner, he's in center stage, and part of that is because he's got the C4. Dominator's scared to move in. You see him, he's bouncing over that center stage instead of landing where he wants to be.
Yeah, like he's just really reluctant to go towards that center. He will wait out the C4, just normal detonation if need be.
But all of that said, look at the stock count.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like the attempt, but that's an insane reaction from Hurt to parry that. Like, wow.
And a nice Nikita there to close it out. Good stuff to Dominator for finding his answers, and good stuff to Hurt for figuring out how to work around it. Now there's no C4 in the center. That means that Dominator can try to set up for a platform combo. Unfortunately, it was on the plat, so as soon as he gets it going, Hurt just breaks it right up. Nice damage there for Dominator.
We didn't point it out, but that was almost an insane stock from Hurt. But Dominator, with the really good DI, able to live to fight another day. And clap back with his own forward air spikes. Good douche.
There's something you don't see every day. Very uncommon for a Mario to go for that reverse forward air. However, when it hits, it hits. Taking that stock, giving himself the advantage once again in this game number 1. Going for the full jab there is Hurt, because you're usually, it's one of those, it's so bad it's good type options. Have fun with that rage, and he takes game number 1.
I know I said earlier that the down air doesn't kill super often in that situation, but with the rage,
that'll kill.
That counteracts the weight right there.
He was also a little bit higher that time. He had another up air. The first time around, he didn't go for the last up air before the down air. This time he did because he knew we could connect it. It was a different percent window. He knew he had the movement for the heights. So yeah, absolutely let it rip. And the reward is the stock and the game.
And now Dominator with a really nice, I'd say a pretty good mental lead right now because, I mean, damn, he's just that guy like that.
Yeah, apparently he is him.
I'm telling you, he's him. Again, #1 on SFL PR. I've seen him play down there too. Absolutely incredible player, to say the least. But so is Hurt. And, you know, he might be down 0-1, but the set's not over until someone gets 3 wins, of course.
Yeah, very true. And now we are going to a slightly larger stage. So this may be a scenario where Hurt is recognizing, I need the size. It's not about that C4 control. It's about being able to dash back and not get cornered right away.
Hurt now picking up a really incredible lead. Something that's really good, just in any matchup, but especially here, just holding shield with the grenades, and that Nikita will close out the stock. But, like, I mean, he held shield, Dominator, he threw out a back air thinking it would be safe, procs the grenade, and then he gets hit with a back air, Snake's own. And we're seeing it right now, taking 20 just because shield with the grenades.
And this is the win condition for Hurt. Now you can nickel and dime. That weight that seemed like it was making him combo food earlier now means he can trade for free and win every interaction. And being up a stock, it's going to be not about that damage. He doesn't care if he's at 200%. What matters is if Dominator can get the kill.
And again, especially because Snake is quite heavy, getting that kill by conventional means is going to be a bit trickier. You're going to have to put in a little more forethought to make that happen.
Now we just take that slow and steady. Hurt does not need to overextend. He's throwing out safe down tilts, mixing up with the dash attack when he can. But for the most part, it's going to be about the grenades, about the C4s.
Yeah, Hurt's just, right now, he's just making the wall. Just, you know, just keep Mario out at all costs. Keep Dominator on one side of the stage and keep him guessing.
That grenade broke up a very terrifying scramble.
It's looking like fireworks over there, just all grenades going up in the air.
Well, my man looking like Katy Perry out here. Get that Nikita. It hasn't been good for Dominator. This time, he manages to get past it, but instead, dash attack. It doesn't matter. He gets to try again, and this time he hits his mark. Hurt up 3 stocks to 1.
Nikita's just so good in this matchup, and Dominator's going to be able to get the roll behind and grab. But it's not going to be enough to take out Hurt just yet. Something else that's going to become pretty crucial is that Cypher, like going high with it, because unless you're like super ready with a back air, you can't break through the Cypher, move back air or forward air. Like unless you're super ready with that, it's going to be, like you can't really contest that as Mario, because his up air doesn't go high enough. You've got very stubby hitboxes.
Yeah, absolutely. That stubbiness is always a challenge because he doesn't have to just get in. He has to get in.
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't know what brand of shampoo you're using, he's not close enough.
If he doesn't know like the size shirts that you wear, like he can't get in. Like it's just
134 on this first stock. It's getting a little bit dicey for Hurt, but the thing is, again, as long as you don't get that kill, it doesn't matter. And he's going to be playing in a way where the big hits from Dominator are going to be very hard to find. Things like that back air, that's going to be a big win condition. It's so small and so weak relatively that if you're in center stage, it's fine. Ooh, no tech though.
Yeah, that percent, I'm not even sure if it was technical or not.
It looked like it was. It was green, so it should have been techable. But it was also a lot of hit stops, so he likely teched too early.
Right. It's actually kind of annoying when that happens. Like, you know you're going to want to tech something, but then just internal game mechanics prevent you from doing it. It is what it is, though. Hurt has an insane lead, and he's going to make sure it lasts as long as possible. Just keep throwing grenades at the plumber. No down throw for some reason.
That C4 is so well hidden. I know where it is, and I could hardly see it. That's crazy.
Is it on, like, the edge of...
It's right there on the outside of the Pokeball. It's the first set of black lines.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, dear.
That is practically invisible. Are you blind? What? What's up?
Oh, they said black lies.
No. No. The black lines on the Pokeball. I feel like you're hearing what you want to hear over here. Man, you thought I was getting canceled for a second. That's crazy.
No, we love everybody at this venue.
We're thinking about this. I wonder if there may be some counter pick in the back that he's pondering, or if it's more just a matter of take a deep breath. What do I have to do to figure this out? I did see the head nod from Dominator as he was selecting his character. So he thinks he's got something figured out.
Which ult of Mario do I want to run? The America ult or the default one?
Asking the real questions.
That's the top player mindset right there.
Ooh, tweaks on the other screen. Okay. I assume he's still on winner's side. Chat, you can let me know. I'd love to know who he's playing against as well. But in the meantime, we got Hurt and Dominator on a spicy game number 3. This one could very well come down to the wire.
What I'm starting to notice is Dominator is incorporating more use of the cape. He was starting to do that a lot in the last game, but it just wasn't really working out. Timings just weren't there. But I think now, he thought a little bit before starting it up. He's got time to adapt. I think he's going to make better use of the cape this time.
Ooh, up tilt attempts there already coming out from Hurt. He gets to do that pretty safely. Not a lot that Mario can do from that range to punish, so you might as well take the read if he's going to come in, because the reward is so high.
The spot dodge up tilt is going to close out that stock for Hurt.
Only 72%. Hurt is starting to come more into his element. And we've got an interesting stage selection here as well. You can see that C4 is on the top platform. It will probably spend a lot of the game there. Sometimes Snakes will throw it on the side, but having it on the platform there basically makes it so that Dominator can't play under there safely at all. Like, he's way off to the side because he's afraid of that. And that shuts down the entire center stage for Mario for the whole game.
Again, just like another example, like as we were talking about before, just like how Hurt loves to control the stage, but especially how he does it with the C4, and like right there, that platform is basically just entirely off limits, and like the immediate area underneath it too, because C4 hits under flats,
yes,
you just can't go there.
And it's really showing in just the fact that this stage wasn't banned, right?
Yeah.
If you're Snake and you allowed the smallest stage on the legal list to go through because you have that kind of control.
The unfortunate side effect of the small stage, though, is you're going to die to back throw. Because Mario does have the back throw for killing, which, oh, little teabag action, let's go.
Sometimes you got to hype yourself up.
I feel like that was just get some inputs out.
My man be mashing.
Guy like me, though, I'm actually teabag, personally.
See, the trick is you do the single. You just do one.
The gentleman's bag.
So then they, yeah. That's the Earl Grey right there. You gotta make them guess.
I love how Dominator was just like, oh, you did the overhead toss? I'm just gonna run under it. I don't care. And like right there too, but this time Hurt was ready for it and responds to the dash attack.
I like the dash attack cross-ups as well from Hurt. Makes it much harder for Dominator to punish because he has some pretty solid out-of-field options. Even if he's not going to get kills off of them, he can get his advantage state started. Forward throw, also not going to kill. But that Nikita is so consistent against Dominator.
Yeah, it's so good because Mario, he only has a few routes he could take. And when you go low, that's when the Nikita comes out and it blows you up.
I don't feel like this stage is working out well for Dominator. He can't ladder off of that platform because of the C4. He can't control center stage. He still, however, finds a forward air to close out that stock, keeping himself alive.
That up air fair, that's a Dominator classic right there. I've seen that many times before in South Florida. And same with some of the SFL people I'm seeing right now. Like I see Narnia in the crowd right there. We've got to rep the boy, of course.
Look, everybody knows that forward air is coming, and everybody somehow gets hit by it. That's the sign of a truly good Mario man, being able to force that out of your opponent.
Ooh, I like to use
Reset! One more, but he tech rolls in! He wasn't quite close enough to the ledge. He tried to do it last time and wasn't able to, and no C4 anymore. Now Dominator's in a great spot.
C4 seems to be in a bit more favorable position for Dominator, no longer covering the platform. Dominator gets her offstage. Oh!
Grenade, unfortunately, working against Hurt there. The triple up smash. Sometimes you just gotta let it rip. The Beyblades coming out here in this last hit scenario. 116, 137. Who can get that big hit first?
Dominator Dominator extending his hurt punch.
Oh,
Wait a
is
minute.
that it?
No way.
Just
Oh, it is.
barely. You could actually see the momentum cancel start to come out from the Cypher, but it wasn't enough. Pixels away from surviving that back throw, but Dominator on his critical Game 3 counter pick holds that counter pick advantage going into game number 4.
And once again, that's the downside of being Snake on a smaller stage. You just, like, it's the same thing for anyone. It's gonna kill, you're gonna kill, you die earlier, man. You just die earlier.
And now Hurt looking at elimination before even making it to top 16.
It's do or die, right here, right now. I heard someone say he's too skibbity for him.
Oh no.
Thank you, CFL.
You hate to see it. Don't let it be you. Man, he is soul searching right now. And I don't blame him, honestly. You can see Hurt looking off to the side. He's reading some notes or something on his phone, trying to figure out, how do I bounce back in such a do or die scenario? Because not only is he down a game, but if he wins this one, he's going to be on his opponent's counter pick.
Wait, you're allowed to read notes mid-set?
Yeah.
I should start doing that. I take notes.
Notes go hard.
Notes? You want, how do you, okay, here's a cheat code for how you get better at the game, guys. Write down notes on like biographies and stuff and matchups and all that. Write down notes.
Yeah, notes go hard.
What's
Of course, there are rules on stalling. Not that we were anywhere close to that here, so you can't just sit there forever.
No,
but
yeah.
having just a little bit to reference, remembering what percentages are your kills confirmed, etc., goes a long way.
No, for sure. And it looks like maybe part of the notes was, hey, what stages should I counter against Mario? But going back to the first stage, actually, what's it called, Small Battlefield. This is actually a stage that Dominator won on, so maybe there was something in the notes that convinced him this would be a good idea. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I don't feel like this stage is too bad for her. He gets to control that platform with the C4. You see, as soon as it's gone, he throws it out again. That's going to be his happy corner. That's the little shop of horrors that we were talking about. The place where he gets to set up, the place where he gets to shut down Dominator. The problem is, if you find yourself on the other side, Dominator will stay true to his namesake, dominating that first stop.
Once again, the classic coming out. The up air into the forward air.
Now the C4 is in the center. I think Hurt is recognizing, you know what? That didn't work out for me so well. Let's see if I can reassess this, try something new.
Unfortunately for Hurt, though, Dominator realizes, wait a second, I have the lead. This is just a bullet hell now. Because Hurt, he's really committing to a defensive game plan even though he's down. Which is kind of interesting. But Dominator, he knows he doesn't need to approach here. He's just going to sit back and wait for Hurt to approach him.
Get that Nikita set up. So difficult to deal with. No up smashes in the corner, by the way, from Hurt. He's throwing that out intermittently, but for the most part, he's preferring his more traditional setups, I think because he's scared of Dominator getting past it and then being in that scrambled situation with him.
Dominator just hanging back, not trying to interact with that C4 at all, and then Hurt gets rid of it, but places down a fresh one too. However, the percents, relatively speaking, they're pretty even.
It's the 2-for-1 with that flood. You were talking about earlier how useful that is. Not going to be able to get the kill confirmed, throws him back. Being able to throw away 2 of Hurt's grenades once he does those double toss setups is a great way to zone break him. The back air barely missing. Clipping with the uppie, though, is going to get him out of the corner for free. Almost gave Hurt an opportunity, but closing that out masterfully.
I'm actually kind of shocked for a second. The back air didn't block the grenade immediately. Like, Dom had enough time to back air the grenade, land, and then throw up his shield, but Hurt ended up getting hit by the grenade, which is pretty crazy. Hurt dropped the grenade, and the back air is going to close out the stock.
And once again, you can hear CFL getting behind their boy. One stock separates Dominator from taking it over Hurt and advancing in this bracket one step closer to greatness.
One step closer to living up to his namesake and dominating the competition.
But sometimes you just get F-tilted.
It'd be like that, but you know what? He's got the entire stock lead.
but you can't count out Hurt. He has the answers. He knows how to get through these things. Dominator is just, he's winning these scrambles. He's got the sticky as well. Can Dominator actually get through this? Pulls the trigger, not gonna work out for him. Great shield timing.
Oh, and you saw that off the back air. He was trying to go for the classic up air fair, but Hurt ready for it. Throws up his shield just in the nick of time.
Oh, be careful. Be careful.
This man around.
The grenade in the corner, it forced him high, and instead of approaching, Hurt opts to go for another grenade of his own. Double dash attack works for some reason. Past the Nikita, one more time. Can he get past this time? No, he cannot. The early up B gets punished, and Hurt brings it back to final stock.
And now Dominator resorting back to just taking more control of center stage, not approaching too much.
Oh,
wait a minute, wait, this might be
oh.
it. This might be it.
Forward air not going to connect that time, but he's put on the pressure. 93% almost unanswered, and the F smash, and Dominator pushes himself through in this bracket, eliminating Hurt, the #2 seed.
And look at the crowd. Look at all of SFL behind Dominator. Let's go.
The highest ranking Mario in this bracket is not Snow, it is Dominator.
Dominating the competition, baby.
Wow. Bro, what's going on over here?